Welcome to an episode of Through the Pages I have been looking forward to for a while. One of my new favorite contemporary authors at this point, because he's hit 2 home runs, Trent Dalton, his latest, All Our Shimmering Skies. I want to erase this book from my memory and read it again. His other book, Boy Swallows Universe, same business. It's super duper good. I don't feel like there's just straight up like adventure novels anymore. Like I think to 4,000 Leagues Under the Sea, that's not the 40,000 Leagues. A lot of Leagues Under the Sea or Around the World in 80 Days, where it was just adventure. It was just good. There's humor in that and everything. It doesn't have to be like super political or anything. Like and I like the political. I just did a socialism book. Sometimes I just want a straight up novel. Like, just so good. This is, without giving anything away, story of a treasure hunt. Who doesn't love a treasure hunt? Come on, you would have to be soulless. So he is from Australia, which gives it just a little bit of like difference. Like when I took a little road trip, went through Canada, every subtle little difference made it feel like, wow, it's familiar but different, and like the language, some of the landscape, all of it was just so like wondrous. And in both his books, the character development is just phenomenal. I loved every character. I could feel like I could draw them, and I think I've used that analogy in books before. It's so well written, and I felt so much for the main character. Is my mom died when I was young, so I understand sort of the ruggedness that gives your life, that like you have that giant half of it not existing, and it kind of goes back onto you. No shade on my parent or the parent in this, but like, yeah, it makes you a tougher kid in a lot of ways, and it just, the whole story just plays out beautifully. Like, it's engrossing. It's real feeling that it doesn't feel like I'm just like so checked out of reality in a way, but it also, like, it's just great fiction. Like, oh man, I was like chugging through it, but then also like, fuck, I don't want this to end. I am hoping that at the years to come, I have a stack of Trent Dalton novels as tall as me. He has a new book coming out called Love Stories. That's not a novel so much. It's like, I saw a video where he said he basically just posted up on a street, I want to say it was Brisbane and something else for the crosses in Australia, and just asked people for love stories, and then typed them all out on a typewriter and made a book out of it. I'll read it because it's Trent Dalton, but I know it's not going to be like either of these gems. I'm keeping this one in the mix just because, like, it's been too long for me to give it a fair review, because I can't remember exact stuff in it, but enormous go read this recommendation on both these books. But All Our Shimmering Skies was set to come out within this year, and then it got kind of bumped, and so I've been kind of like edge of my seat, like waiting, and dear God, was it worth it. So this will, without a doubt, be in the top 10 like fiction books read this year, probably top 5, and I just love everything about it. I love his writing style. The dialogue was hilarious, but also like the right amount of heartfelt, and had like occasional like plots of like depth where it like it hits. I don't want to give anything in the story away, so it's gonna be a little bit shorter review here, but trust me on this one. You see this book around, do yourself a favor, go grab a copy. Do me a favor now. Subscribe. Hit a little like. You know, maybe drop a comment, a nice one. If you know of any other author that, if you've read a Trent Dalton book and there's another author that comes to your mind like, oh, if you like that, please tell me.